Cheers barbecuers, day 113, cooking on the bomber again in the cast iron pot. Got my interpretation of seafood mac and cheese. So in there I just had some olive oil, I've just added some butter, some red onions and the prawn heads. I'll be pulling out all those prawn heads once all this is sauteed down a little bit. I'll bring you back shortly. Cheers barbecuers, getting a little bit of action in there. Just added some minced garlic. It's a nice colour happening already. Just want to let that saute right off. Get this lid back on. There you go barbecuers, I reckon that's looking pretty good. Time to get them prawn heads out and get me jus started. Alright, there it is. I did say jus, I meant to say, what do they call it? Roux. So I'm about to start my roux, let me say that. Just adding a sprinkle of flour. Mixing that in. Don't want to add too much, so just the right amount. A little bit more, I think. Yep, I think that's looking pretty good now. I'm just going to move that off the heat for a sec. I'm just going to start slowly adding some milk. So I don't want it to get lumpy or anything, so just slow and steady with the milk. This is just straight out the cupboard, UHT milk. I'll probably add about 2 or 3 of these. I'll keep going with that and I'll come back. So I added 2 of the milks and you can see it's got a nice rich sauce already happening in there, so just let that thicken up indirect for a little bit. So I'm just going to move that probably a little bit further away again from the heat. And just let that thicken up a little bit and then I'll start adding my cheeses. Alrighty barbecuers, about to start adding some cheese. Now I'm just going to use slices for the first layer of flavour, just to thicken up my sauce. I've got a couple of different types of slices going in here. So these little ones there, they're only really light and thin, but these big ones here, about double the weight of them little slices. So I'm just going to get that going. I think my heat's just a little bit too warm there, so I might move her over a little bit. And a couple more slices and that'll thicken up nicely. Alright, there it is. Thickened up nicely. It's probably still a little bit thin, but it's thickening up as I spin it, so I'm happy with that. Time to add some pasta. So pasta was just pre-boiled and rolled in some olive oil just to help it come apart nice and easily. Don't rinse it apparently, so I didn't rinse it. See, it's got some nice thickness to it now, so looking good. I'll let that cool down for a bit and then I'll add my seafood and we'll whack her back in there for the finishing steps. Alright barbecuers, looking awesome now. I think it's ready for the first batch of seafood. I'll get them in there. I just want to give those a bit of a mix down to the bottom. Try and get them down a bit low. Hey Troy, get low. So I want to get them all down in under the pasta. So I'm going to put some more on top as well. So get all them guys down in under there. It's looking pretty good. I've got a bit of crayfish here too. A bit of crayfish meat in there as well. Just going to give that a bit of a mix down as well. Get that down in there. Try and push it down the bottom a bit. Get me pasta rack on the top. There we go. Looking pretty good. Now I'm going to grate some cheese on there and then top it with some more seafood. Give us a sec. Cheers barbecues. Just going to add one more bit of cheese and that's ready to go. There it is. Ready for roasting. So I'm just going to leave that here. And I'll rotate it probably every 10 or 15 minutes. Depending how it's going, and should be done in about 35 to 40 minutes. Cheers legends, live the dream, give someone a sausage. I'll get a video once she's all plated up.